France does not belong to the French. Hundreds of illegal immigrants storm French airport. Illegal immigrants shut down one terminal of France's Charles de Gaulle Airport on Sunday in a massive protest. Videos and photos shared on social media show what was estimated to be 400 to 500 migrants and their supporters facing off against about a dozen police officers in riot gear. SotiriDimpinoudistwitted. Breaking. Justin reports that undocumented immigrants are protesting in the Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris right now and won't let people board their flights until they meet and talk with the Prime Minister Édouard Philippe of France. Riot CRS police on these scenes. SotiriDimpinoudistwitted. Update. Justin reports that around up to 400 undocumented immigrants from Africa are occupying Terminal 2 of the Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris and demands Prime Minister Édouard Philippe will give all of them permanent legal status and papers to stay in. France does not belong to the French. Everyone has a right to be here. One person could be heard yelling into a loudspeaker, the New York Post reported. The protest was organized by the migrant support group Le Chapelet de Bout, which said its members called themselves Black West. Stephen Simonotowicz tweeted, "Documents, housing and freedom of movement for all." Yesterday, around 500 people have occupied part of Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, calling on Air France FR and any financial, logistical or political participation in deportations. In a statement issued in conjunction with the protest, the group asked to meet with Prime Minister Édouard Philippe to talk about France's policy on asylum. Protesters also demanded a meeting with the leaders of Air France and called upon the airline to stop any financial, material, logistical or political participation in deportations. Local news outlet Le Parisien reported on Air France delegation did meet with the group according to the Daily Mail. The protest was received as a possible sign of things to come in America by many observers. Clive tweeted, "France is failing. President Trump is fighting fierce Democrat opposition to prevent the same disaster from establishing itself in the US. Watch Persian airport stormed by migrants in protest of deportation. Big league politics." JC tweeted, "Migrants in France protest. France does not belong to the French." K. Are you serious tweeted, "France does not belong to the French. Everyone has a right to be there. One person can be heard yelling into a loudspeaker." Protest organized by the migrant support group Le Chapelet de Bout said members called themselves Black West. The protesters were heard calling for Philippe to grant them permanent legal status and issue them the official paper that would allow them to remain in France, the Daily Mail reported. The report said most of the protesters were from Africa. "It is not by chance that we find ourselves in this place," the group said in the statement. The airport is near Le Manzil Ameloud, which houses an administration detention center for illegal immigrants. One protester said the event would be duplicated in future with other targets. "We have targeted Air France and other actions will follow," he said. Although Terminal 2 of the airport was closed by the protests, Aéroports de Paris operators of the airport said no flights were affected. Similar coming to America courtesy of Democrats CA15 MAGA at Real Donald Trump Build the Wall.